A brand new week, and we are back here on Geeks and Gamers Daily to bring you the record-breaking, trend-setting, ratio-getting show known as Geeks and Gamers Daily. I am your host, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and I'm joined by my co-host, Ryan from RK Outpost. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Jeremy. Yeah, we got ratioed for our trailer reaction on our small other Geeks and Gamers Daily channel. I'm not even going to say we. I did get lumped in with this. I was not a part of it. Jeremy should have been the one that got all the criticism. I said I thought it looked fine. I thought it looked good. And it was probably going to be good.
It's the new Leo movie. The Leo
plugged in
Scorsese
with
movie.
you.
Yeah, so the new Leo Scorsese movie. We did a trailer reaction the other day, and we kind of Jed and My Nerdy Home, Hollywood Scholar, My Nerdy Home, they clip out little portions of this show and put them on Geeks and Gamers Daily, and that video got ratioed to hell. And I'm like, why are we like? I was more critical than Ryan, but like Ryan actually liked it. He had like a minor criticism of like the accent, but like Ryan liked it.
Yeah, I was like, this looks like it's gonna be good.
And these people are like, these fucking Funko Pop losers here. I was like, what?
God, they got really fucking yeah. Is that the only video I've ever had ratioed?
To my knowledge, that's the only video I've ever had ratioed. And again, you can tell it hit like a different audience, you know, because I mean, it got more views than most videos on that channel get anyway. It got like 3,000 views. And yeah, to my knowledge, it's the only time I've ever been ratioed. So in theory, I mean, Ryan still is to blame because I mean, I've never been ratioed. So
I liked it. Well, I liked the Batman. I got ratioed on that one. So what the fuck you gonna do?
Dan Vasquez in the chat says that's what you get for ratioing my Happy Mother's Day wish.
That's true.
Oh man, love it. You love it.
And it, like, honestly, I do think that movie is probably going to be really fucking good. It's also probably gonna be like 3.5 hours long, which is why I said I'm probably not gonna go watch it in a theater.
Hey.
But yeah, we got ratioed, so that's a first for Geeks. We're always breaking records, making history on Geeks and Gamers Daily.
Historic moments happening here all the time. That's what we do. I am fresh off a night of gaming on D-Day Cobra for our members over there, and then I did stream it to my Kick channel, D-Day Cobra Kick channel. Played a couple of games this weekend. We had a stream on Geeks and Gamers. And both streams were a lot of fun, and you guys showed up and supported both, so greatly appreciate that. But yeah, we, you know, now it's Monday, and it's time to get back on the grind, and we got things to talk about. We got business to handle, and people are rolling in like they always do for Geeks and Gamers Daily. Hollywood Scholar with a member message says, I'm not affiliated with this ratio. I'm happy. It feels good to be ratioed. It feels good. I always wonder what it felt like. And now here we are. Audrey CR. Let's see. I just started my new job and I'm representing the 199 proudly by not knowing what I'm doing. Hail the one wine. So, that's the new variation here. So somebody in the Cobra Cast chat on Friday they were getting really mad at the 199s. They were getting really mad. And so they basically came in the chat and said they called it the one wine. And so then the chat started spamming like one with wine glasses, wine
like they're bitching and complaining.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, you come in here and talk shit. We're going to meme it. We're going to meme ourselves. We're going to meme you, and we're going to have a lot more fun. That is how we roll around here. So if you hate us, you come in our chat and you talk shit. We're going to meme it. We're going to meme you. We're going to meme ourselves, and we're going to just laugh at you. So that's what we do. Coach O Dragon member message. I wish you gentlemen luck on a TLM. It may be getting tiresome, but respect and love to you guys. Like the Gilk man says, on behalf of MCU fan, hail the 199. We love the MCU fan around these parts. Big supporter, the MCU fan, a member of this channel, a paying member of this channel, and we appreciate him so very much. Shirogami says, I was wrong. Disney didn't put the crab on the Chinese Little Mermaid poster. They turned Ariel blue. Got to trick them into buying that first ticket. We are going to discuss that. Populous Monster says, cancel Jeremy. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. Yo, guys, if you ever did the whole boxing thing like Wings and Boogie, who do you think would be a good opponent for you guys? I have absolutely zero interest in doing anything like that. It seems like a big giant meme to me. But I have no interest in it whatsoever. I would not do the boxing, the YouTube boxer thing. Not interested.
Yeah, I feel pretty much the same way. Not interested in it. It would take a lot of fucking money. It'd take a lot of fucking money.
Dude, I lose money just by taking a fucking weekend off
Exactly.
to go to a fucking convention, much less to train for a boxing match. There's no way that you or me are worth the money that it would take to time and the effort to put in that. We're not worth the draw. You know what I mean? So like,
yeah, for me to train for like several months, which means it's going to affect obviously my schedule. You guys know I have a pretty busy fucking video release schedule on my channel and on Sports Wars, plus all the other stuff we do. It would be a number that doesn't even make any sense for the draw that it would be.
Boogie say like he was in the negative? Boogie's a far bigger draw than I could ever be.
They only got like 10 grand or something. That's
no.
I'm sure there's more. And obviously they're reaping the benefits, right? These guys are guys who are fucking had destroyed their internet careers and things like that. So obviously gave them a big boost and everything. So they probably got a lot more benefit than just the 10 grand they got paid. But yeah, it's a lot.
Did I ever play Titanfall 2 when the servers went back up? Yes, I played it last night. I played it on Geeks and Gamers this weekend, and I played it on D-Day Cobra last night. It's still a little janky, but we can get into matches, for sure. And let's see.
We got our man Nate the lawyer in the chat too for $5 from Nate. What's up, Nate? We got to get you back on the channel sometime, man.
Yeah.
They've been pushing the Little Mermaid hard. It was going to fail because it was more important to be woke than tell a good story. Yeah, it's going to be like when the first box office projections for Little Mermaid came out, it did not look good. As we're getting closer to release date, it's gotten better, especially when you count in that holiday weekend that they're going to be able to look at. It's a movie that needs to make, $600 million plus probably, because it's probably got a really big marketing budget to break even. We'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to be a $1 billion movie, certainly, but I don't know if it's going to be like a $500 million flop.
Yeah. But yeah, time will tell. Time will tell. Yeah, we got a 20 says Eric July got Chuck Dixon for Ripaverse. Hail 199. Hail the Iron Age. Dude, do you know how crazy that is? Like, I mean, I know you know, but that's just amazing that Eric's been able to pull this off. So
yep. Yeah, Ripa's launching. They launched some big announcements basically right at 11, right as we started the stream. They got stuff on Twitter, so you guys can definitely go and check those out. Some exciting stuff coming from our man Eric and the entire expansion of the Ripaverse. I imagine the haters will still be mad about this.
Yep.
Despite saying that nothing's ever happening.
Well, I mean, you want to listen to it real quick? Let's see. So the peeps know there's a video. So there's like a 53-second video right here. So, all right, let's see. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Hey, I'm Chuck Dixon, and I've been invited to join the Riververse. Eric July has assigned me a 90-page graphic novel called Alpha Core. It stars a team of superhero cops who patrol the skies and the streets of Forest Park in search of super creeps, weirdos, and villains. Boy, do they find them. It's full of action. It's kind of a police procedural meets a superhero epic. And I wish I could tell you who the artist is, but Eric wants to tell you that himself. Trust me, it's a big name, it's a big gun, it's something you've seen before, and I've seen a lot of the artwork, and it is going to blow you away. So check it out, Alpha Core.
That is awesome, man.
That's exciting, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's exciting. Obviously, it's such a big thing. And I don't think anybody, including Eric, thought that they're going to be sitting there with that first book at, 3.7 million or whatever the fuck it hit. And obviously, he's continuing to expand, new warehouse, bigger things, all these different books coming out. It's awesome, man.
Dude, Chuck Dixon worked on G.I. Joe and Snake Eyes, man. Yeah. Come on, bro. What the hell? So this is awesome. Obviously, Ripa is the man. Good friend, collaborates with us on Tuesday Night's Main Event. And, Ripa is the type of dude, anything, if I call him up and need anything from him, he's got me. And he's just a good dude, man. So I'm super happy for him. Congratulations to him, the whole Ripaverse crew. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. So, man, what a time. What a time. The haters are probably fuming right now. They are probably fuming right now.
They're in their Discord server trying to trying to justify some way that this can't be happening. This isn't real.
Oh man.
We might as well talk about the Little Mermaid though, huh?
Let's talk about the Little Mermaid.
All right.
If this movie's going to be a disaster. This movie's going to be a disaster.
Yeah. The Little Mermaid is about to come out in just a few days, and for months we've been seeing backlash for this, and let's be honest, rightfully so, because pretty much everything they've put out has looked like garbage. We saw these trailers getting millions and millions of dislikes, and then, of course, we saw that Ariel had been race swapped, which means that it's not just that you have to worry about. It means identity politics is at play throughout this entire thing. That's why you heard that they're going to change the romance, because it's not good for modern sensibilities, that they were going to change lyrics, that they were going to change Ariel's story to be one that can be embraced by modern feminists, because it's never just one thing. When woke ideology permeates a project, it's about all of this stuff. Well, now, just a few days before, they've released the soundtrack for The Little Mermaid. And it's actually not the things that they changed about the existing songs that people are upset about right now. It's a new song that they added, sung, or should I say rapped, by Aquafina. Now, this is causing a lot of problems because, one, we're going to listen to this, Jeremy. It sounds like garbage. It sounds like shit, and people are roasting it. But two, for all the woke lunatics who have been supporting this film and standing for this film, they don't like Aquafina because she got her career started rapping, and she has a black scent, and that's cultural appropriation, and that is not okay. But we got to listen to this. Let's actually update. Should we update the actual, look at this ratio, 13,000 dislikes to 2.2 thousand upvotes. Aquafina, David Diggs.
Hang on. I hear myself.
You hear yourself?
Whenever you're sharing your screen, I'm hearing myself.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
StreamYard was doing that the other day too.
Mm-hmm. I can mute if we need to when you're sharing your screen, though.
Well, what if I just share my tab? Does that work?
Oh, no.
Talk a little right now.
Testing. Okay, that's good.
That's so just screen, not tab. All right.
Yeah, and they heard it too. So
okay, yeah, same thing happened on Sports Wars that is very weird. But here we go. You gotta listen to this. It doesn't get much worse. Remember, Aquafina is Scuttle from The Little Mermaid.
Hey, wake up, wake up, wake up!
What?
Hey, have you not heard that scuttlebutt?
Your butt?
No, the gossip, the buzz, the who said what, who does that, yeah, the scuttlebutt. Well, I was flying over land and sea and ear to the ground. Then I came flying here for you to see and hear what I found. Remember the swamp? Remember my song in the swamp when I was like, wham, chicka, wham, wham, chicka, wham, wham.
I remember.
Well,
And it just goes on and on and on.
Oh my God.
This is the new original song for The Little Mermaid.
Oh, no, baby. What is you doing? Oh my goodness. What the fuck is wrong with them?
They are catching a lot of heat for this. Because Aquafina's involved, because she's got the black scent, she shouldn't be rapping. I know a lot of people were worried that maybe Holly Bailey would be rapping in this, but no, it's actually Aquafina as Scuttle. And it just, again, they wanted to make changes to make it better for the modern audience, and in the process, destroy so many things along the way. But this is a brand new edition, a brand new song that they decided that they needed. Holy fuck, it's bad.
God. It's play a little more.
All right.
ever since the what's his name, the guy with the hair and the shirt,
The prince.
Yeah, the prince has been dropping hints. He wants to, when humans dress all nice like they're penguins, throw rice for the pigeons. They're trying to blow up the pigeons, but those are just.
I cannot take any more. Holy shit.
It's really bad. So that's the newest cringe coming from The Little Mermaid, just a few days out. So if you thought you just had to worry about the things they were changing, think about all the new additions. All the new additions that they're going to add to The Little Mermaid. But there's also something else that we should probably talk about.
God.
Regarding Little Mermaid. I won't share audio this time because I don't think I need it.
Dan Vass cover win.
Oh my gosh, we do need a Dan Vass cover. Although The Little Mermaid has not officially released yet, there are already some projections coming in. Although the box office projections here domestically have been increasing week after week, somewhere where it doesn't look like it's doing literally anything is China. Who would have thought that China wouldn't be interested in a race-swapped Little Mermaid? Report The Little Mermaid poised to flounder as Disney's worst 2023 opening in China. The Little Mermaid secured a release date, but estimates suggest the live-action remake is on track for Disney's worst China opening in 2023. But it wasn't for lack of trying, Jeremy, because right now everybody is talking about this. This is the Chinese poster that is out there. Everyone's noticed something. Ariel looks very blue in this, doesn't she?
Yes, she
It's almost
does.
like they've saturated the entire poster so that you can't tell that she's black. China, hey, Chinese people, you want to go to this now? It looks like another Avatar movie. You guys like those, right? You're good with those? Please don't notice that it's a black woman that we cast to play Ariel. And the projections are really bad. They're talking about potentially less than a $1 million opening weekend in China. Like that's the projections. And I should put out there, I know this picture's going out a lot, just for full transparency, there is another Chinese poster I have seen out there that's just a normal poster with Chinese lettering on it. But this one certainly seems to be the one that they're using for all the promotion everywhere in China. Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting. It's almost like Black Panther. It's almost like John Boyega.
Yep.
Very similar story.
Yeah, and I mean, again, it goes back to those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. You know, like, does anybody, if Disney wasn't constantly virtue signaling and constantly calling fans racist and sexist and misogynistic for not liking movies, would people really care that they used this marketing tool to try to maximize their profits in, a place like China? No, you do what you got to do to make your money in that scenario. It's the fact that they have weaponized race and gender, and they have tried to tell you that all fans that criticize their product are racist and sexist. That's why they continue to get called out for their hypocrisy. People are sick and tired of their nonsensical virtue signaling. And so when they do stuff like this, it just continues to show how disingenuous they really are.
And you can see some of these pre-sales that they're getting. Pre-sale tickets for China show no signs of reaction. Disney's live action finished Sunday with a scary $13,000 total after 3 days of pre-sales for the whole weekend. Could be the worst opening ever for a Hollywood tentpole in China. So to put that in perspective, pre-sale tickets, they've sold $13,000 worth for the entire country for opening weekend. That's not good. Now, it certainly doesn't need China to be successful. The Little Mermaid, if it does well domestically, does well everywhere else. It doesn't need China to be successful, but it would certainly help. We're sitting here looking at Guardians of the Galaxy with a $70 million total so far from China. That's the only thing that's keeping the conversation from Guardians of the Galaxy turning from, wow, that really doesn't look good, to, hey, it could actually make money, is that China number. It doesn't look like The Little Mermaid can count on anything from China.
Yeah, this movie, man, it's hard to figure out what it's gonna do. You go back to that song, God. Oh, I can't even stop. I can't stop cringing. But I really still don't know. I still feel like this movie can make a lot. It's gonna make decent money at the box office. Not in China, obviously, but just the overall, because of the discussion around it and the nostalgia for The Little Mermaid. I don't expect a Solo situation here. I just don't. I don't expect it to flop massively like that. But I can't wait to see. So when's the official release date? Is it next week?
It's this week.
This week. So this Thursday?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So again, I'm not seeing it, but I'm just saying I'm looking forward to seeing how it performs. I can't see myself sitting. I can't sit through this piece of shit. I'm sorry. I'm not fucking doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking doing it. Like I can't see the people. Had the people demanded it, that's what I guess I need to understand, because I don't feel like the people want to even hear our review.
I feel like everybody's already made their minds up on it. You know what I mean? But I don't know what it's going to do. It's hard to predict. I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be like a $300 million flop, a $400 million flop. I think somewhere in the range of like a $700 million area is probably where it ends up. Does it go a little more than that? Maybe. I don't know. It'd be interesting to tell what the reaction is. Right now, the critics, obviously, they praise the fuck out of it, but they only got a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes when it just came out, which is a little surprising. Not as bad as Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, certainly. But how will it play?
I just put a poll in chat. The people determine. The people make the call. All right? Whatever you guys decide is what I do.
Populous Monster member for 3 months says cancel Jeremy. Thank you. Burb Shid for 2. Blue Lives Matter. Thank you. Paul Estrada for 5. Good morning, G&G. Today's my brother's birthday. I would greatly appreciate a birthday shout out from you guys. Thanks and keep up the good work. Well, Paul Estrada's brother, happy birthday.
There we go. Happy birthday.
I don't know what his name is. You could have said his name. But thank you. Lord Baratheon for 5. The review embargo and the Rotten Tomato scores out for The Little Mermaid. Yes. I saw 70%.
70%.
When it opened. Let's see what it is right now.
Right now, hey, I'm winning. 56 says no. 56% of my chat says no. Look at that.
71% right now for Little Mermaid. Even though I will say when you go to the actual, when you go to like right here on the thing, it says 69. Hey,
69.
When you click on it, it says 70. So right now, 34, 71%. I think it's probably going to be in this area. It certainly seemed like there was some people that weren't big on it, but a lot of people just praised the fuck out of it. So
yeah, 57% says no. The people have spoken.
Co Lee for 20. Eric July got Chuck Dixon for the Rippaverse. I think we talked about that. Thank you, Co Lee. Hugs Beardo from behind for 199. Thank you. Ryan for $5. How much is Disney in debt? They can't sustain failure after failure forever. Perhaps they'll sell off their streaming division to save the parks. No. Selling off their... It wouldn't be that simple, right? Selling off a streaming division, you'd have to sell off all the rights to all of the things that are on there as well. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. They do have a lot of things they still need to pay off, obviously, since they are buying out the rest of Hulu. That's another like $9 billion they're going to owe Comcast by the end of the year. I think there still is debt on the books from the Fox merger as well, years ago. So I don't know an exact number. I'm not sure.
I am shocked that the poll is at 59% no. I'm shocked. I figured the people would make me suffer. I'm okay with this, though. I'm okay with this decision by all of you. I'm going to let it keep rolling because I see there's a lot of back and forth in the chat. Seems like it's almost like a battle between the Alphabet Army, or is it what is it? Alphabet Alliance. Yeah. So, and the Avatar Army. So we'll see. Keep letting it roll for a bit. I mean, there's only 825 votes and we got 2,100 people here. So
a lot of people just don't care, clearly.
Yeah.
Bilbo T. Baggins for 5. Hail, Jeremy. Watching you while at work. You help the day go faster. Trump Jeremy 2024.
I would prefer Trump and Trump. Actually, I want Trump Donalds. That's what I want. I want Byron Donalds as his VP.
Vigilante up for 4 months. Hail the 199. Hail the Rippaverse.
Rippaverse crushing it, baby. Crushing it. We got a 50 from Mouse.
Oh, nice, Mouse.
Let's see. I got to find it. 50. 50 from Mouse says, you figs blow. YouTube won't let me insult you. Why does Aquafina sound like Joy from The View? Man, she kind of does have a bit of a sound like that. It is the worst thing ever. I saw people. Did you see how people were spelling it? Aquafina.
How?
Somebody spell Aquafina like you guys were spelling it. I'll highlight it.
Well, it's spelled weird. It's spelled AWK.
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Oh,
she doesn't spell it like the water.
So, Aquafina. Well, I was thinking it was like a Aquafina dog.
No, it's spelled.
Look at that. Aquafina dog. What's
I think
up?
there's another W in there though after the K.
Awkward Fina.
Yeah, basically without the RD.
Awkward Fina.
Jeremy thought you guys were roasting her. That's just her fucking name.
Yeah, right.
This is how she spells it.
I like that one. That's a good one. So,
queer Fina. Yeah. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure for 5 with the Alpha Core announced. Ryan finally has somebody he can see himself in. How does it feel to be represented? This will save lives. I can't wait. Dr. Quagsire for 10. Hey, nice for D-Day Cobra to show Jay's pirate skin. Now we need Jeremy with a new skin. I hope it can be better than Pharaoh Ryan. Well then, see you later. Thank you, Quagsire. Torchwood Gal member for a month. Can I claim PTSD every time Disney makes a live-action dumpster fire? Hail 199. Cheers from Nashville. Hey, I hope you're having fun in Nashville. I love Nashville. Burb Shid for 2. Little Mermaid rap Smith & Wesson retirement plan. Yeah. CJ for 5. Let the woke and Aquafina destroy each other. Woke on woke violence. Kyle Denson for 5. Off topic. DSP over the weekend has gotten tipped over $2,000 by one person. He slipped yesterday and said Ryan by accident. Some trolls think it's you. Me, I wouldn't give DSP any fucking money. But I have seen it's Jinx, right? Jinx is the new whale that's in the chat. I have seen that. A Marcellus for 5. I'm really enjoying Tears of the Kingdom. I'm finding it harder to go back to Breath of the Wild. The game is really the first, but on steroids. LOL.
Pretty much. It's a proper sequel, proper evolution of it, and it's so much bigger, and there's so much more to do that it almost makes Breath of the Wild seem irrelevant now, which is crazy to think about. I even saw, shockingly, there's a question on Twitter about Tears of the Kingdom or Elden Ring, and even Mark the Cyborg said, "I'm not even sure I can answer this." That's crazy that Mark couldn't even decide what he preferred. So
that is an accomplishment right there.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Jins Anderson of the Toria for 20. Catching up on the stream on that rap 2 times made me laugh. I imagine. Sebastian, the cat, not the dog, apparently, for 20. What about Aquafina in a remake of 8 Mile? Do it. Jay, the real McCoy, for 20. Saw Fast X yesterday. Had a blast with it. It's stupid fun, and I welcome stupid fun than what we could have got, like woke agendas or girl boss energy. We might as well talk about that because Fast X did open in the theaters. Let's pull this up here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about it in terms of just being the dumb fun element of it. And as I've said, I love these movies. I just haven't really watched them since Paul Walker, his last one. But as long as they're carrying on with kind of the tradition of what they've always been, I think that's a very good thing. Eventually I will see this one. I kind of would like to catch up on the mainline Fast movies.
You have to. You'll have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah.
If you don't.
Yeah. But I'm happy that a lot of people are enjoying it for sure. And I think that they have to, embrace the stupidity. They have to. So
yeah, I think people dig it. And when you do look at the audience scores so far, the critics were pretty meh on this movie, which, I mean, it's not really a movie you expect the critics to enjoy. Anyway, the audience seems to be enjoying what they're getting. And right now, we just got the numbers for opening weekend. Despite only making $67 million domestically, it's got a $320 million global opening, higher than Thor, higher than Guardians of the Galaxy. But when you look at everything in the grand scheme of things, how much money is coming from China, how big the budget is for this movie, this has a long, long way to go before it even thinks about making money. Box office, Fast X opens to soft $67.5 million domestically, revs to $519 million globally. Obviously, that's enough to knock Guardians down from that top spot. Guardians still had a decent, 50% drop, around $30 million domestically as it finally gets some competition. Had a big drop internationally as well, especially in China. But what can Fast X do is the question, because it's one thing to have a, $320 million opening. When you look at the Fast and Furious franchise, what they've done, when you look at Fast 9, right now, the domestic's comparable to Fast 9. That's a movie that made $719 million worldwide. That's a good chunk of money, especially if you have like a $200 million budget. If you have a $340 million budget, like Fast X, you need to make like $1 billion fucking dollars just to break even. Especially when so much of that money's coming from China. We talk about this a lot, Jeremy. When you have, it does have a big number. The best opening in China of 2023, it made more in China opening weekend than it did here in America. $77 million over the 5-day weekend in China than the $67.5 million here. But the studio doesn't get a lot of that. So I'm glad people are enjoying it. Full disclosure, I went to go see this movie and I tried to watch the movie and I fell asleep during the movie. Not because I didn't like it or because I was bored or anything. I was really fucking tired. I probably shouldn't have gone to a movie then, but I did. So I don't even know how this thing ended. But it was very stereotypical fun. Brie Larson is in the movie. I liked Brie Larson in the movie, by the way. But yeah, solid numbers, pretty soft domestic, but that's what we're used to for the Fast and Furious franchise. What do you see? Do you see this with all the competition coming out, being able to do $1 billion?
The word of mouth right now is a lot stronger than I anticipated. People really do seem to enjoy it for what it is. And maybe it's just finally at a point where people just understand this is exactly what you're getting. This is a superhero movie by all definitions. It's a superhero movie. Dominic Toretto is a superhero. And I think that they just continue to lean into it more and more. And from the word of mouth I'm seeing, this has been one of the better talked about Fast movies in a long time. So I do think it has a real shot at getting to $1 billion. It has a shot at maybe competing with Mario for the highest grossing movie of the year overall worldwide box office. So especially so the opening weekend was how much overall worldwide? It was 319.
Yeah, 319.
And what was that compared to F9?
That's the problem. F9 had a little bit more staggered release, but I believe once it fully got open, it had like a $400 million worldwide open, something like that. But I do think there may have been, I haven't been able to check to see the releases. I think it might have released in a couple of countries earlier than here, things like that. This was, again, one of the first movies of 2021, still in the midst of like COVID, blah, 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 all that bullshit.
Yeah.
But the fact that this opening weekend domestically is less than F9, I think they probably think that's a little bit of a disappointment. Domestically isn't where they make their money, as you can tell. $173 million for total domestic. Even something like this, Fate of the Furious, $225 million domestic, but made $1 billion internationally.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that international number is the big thing. I think they're probably looking at it and hope it was a little more, because when you're talking about $340 million budget,
well,
that's a lot, dude.
And I'm just wondering where they saw that was the necessary thing to bump that budget up, considering the franchise has been trending in the wrong direction. If you look at those numbers, it's not a bad trend, but it was definitely a trend in the, they were losing a little bit of that momentum that they had and not gaining the momentum. So bumping up another $140 million in your budget, I don't see where the justification for that is at all. But word of mouth, here's what I think. I think based on all of the information right now, I don't think $1 billion is guaranteed, although it's still within the discussion. If you're to ask me what my final call for the movie would be, it would be between 850 and 9. That's what it feels like it will end up. That's what it feels like it'll end up.
I think that's pretty fair too. And for a normal Fast and Furious movie, that would be a success, this budget. Now, why is the budget this big? I've heard a lot of things. Originally, there was rumors that they were filming everything all at once for this one and the next movie. But right now, Fast X, this budget is this budget. You can't tell me that the next one's going to come out and it's going to have a $0 budget. This is this fucking movie. So $340 million plus whatever they did for marketing. you know, say they did $100 million of marketing, then you are talking about something that for a normal split, you need about $900 million. But since so much of it's coming from China, I really do think you're looking at like $1 billion break even for it. And that's a lot of fucking money, man.
What is your favorite Fast and Furious movie?
Probably Fast and Furious. The fourth one.
The fourth one, when they kind of brought Dom and Brian Earl, or what is it? Brian Spillner, Brian Spillner. What type of white boy name is that? But I think it's all like the Fast Five was obviously that one kind of rejuvenated the whole franchise, but over time, I go back. I think the first one is really just still my favorite one, the very first one. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with the first one. I need to give Tokyo Drift another watch. I did not like Tokyo Drift very much when it came out, but yeah, I want to revisit the franchise and all. That's the thing about this movie is that the word of mouth for this one is stronger than most, and it kind of really makes me go, man, I really do want to like it. I was a big fan of Paul Walker. I like Paul Walker a lot, and it likes his legacy is like these films continuing on. You know what I mean? So that's kind of a good thing for him. So anyway, I hope it does well. I'm glad people are enjoying it. We need more dumb fun out there. And again, just embrace the insanity of this universe. And that's what they continue to do. And I love that they have the self-awareness to do that.
Yeah, and there's a lot. Hey, some people come back. Some people that you thought were gone come back. Won't spoil it for you though. No one's ever really gone except Paul Walker. Although he was in this movie, like kind of a decent amount. Like they referenced him a lot. They brought up pictures of him, but they also like played what I forget if it was the seventh one. But anyway, they played like, remember when they stole the vault? Which one was that? Was that Fast Five? That was five, yeah. They played the clip of them stealing that vault. So you had a decent amount of Paul Walker in the movie in the beginning. Which is, I don't know how people felt about that. But Jens Anderson of the Tory for 20 catching. I said that already. Bradley Scott, member for 3 months. Speaking of Little Mermaid, if Jeremy doesn't make a fishing video soon, I'll be forced to unaffiliate myself with Geeks and Gamers. Thanks, gang.
One day, maybe.
Taker for 2. You're wrong, Ryan. LeBron hasn't flopped since 199.
God, LeBron's such a piece of shit, dude. He's such a piece of trash. He really is.
My penis hurts for 5. That Aquafina rap has me fucking dead. Haven't heard it till it played it. Please, God, I pray Disney keeps giving us more of this. I think they will. Angel for 199. Didn't Gary say everyone had to watch it for FNT?
My audience just said no. So I don't fucking want to watch this dog shit movie. That's why I haven't watched most of this MCU fucking dog shit shows. I don't give a fuck.
Eating ass for 1. Thank you. Jade Tapia for 199. Now Aquafina singing is stuck in my head. Thanks. You're welcome. Oracle of Doom. And it skipped on me. Remember for a month. Please, for the love of all that's holy, never play that song again. I might. Hail the 199. My cum smells for 5. My daughter wants to see The Little Mermaid for her birthday on Friday, so I guess I'll see it. I'll review it for you unless I leave Hollywood first. I'm sorry that your daughter has such bad taste. Jack off all over her bush for 199. Wrist is better. Thank you, Ryan.
These names are so insane, dude.
Tendu Kiryu for 5. Ryan, I really respect that you're unbiased when it comes to dispelling the information and fair about sticking to facts no matter the side. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have biases, obviously. Like, I would love for the Fast and Furious movie to make a fucking $1 billion or over $1 billion and like show Marvel that people are fucking like tired of your bullshit, right? Even with the success of Guardians. But I just got to be real when I see that stuff. Same thing when it comes to the China poster for Little Mermaid. I have seen a Chinese poster that's not just that one. But you got to do it. Otherwise, you just, I don't know, just repeating bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we'll call things out. We'll be as fair as we can about it too. I'm sure there's some people that either don't want to, won't acknowledge the other China poster or don't know about it. And that's fine too. But we gave you the full context. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't mean that Disney doesn't do this all the time. And there is something to that. Like that is the main poster they're running. And there's a reason they're running that as the main poster. We've seen them do this time and time and time again. This isn't anything new. And again, I don't personally care. Do whatever you need to do to market your movie, but don't virtue signal. Don't trash the fans. Don't blame them for your bad movies. That's where Disney has run into this problem, and that's why people are tired of it.
Bruce for 5, the Avatar Army will be buying Ripaverse books. The Alphabet Alliance will be going to see The Little Mermaid. Thank you, Bruce. Mad Dog Gamer for 5, listening to that song while taking a dump was not a good combination. Jeremy David for 2, the Aquafina of Time. Heart and Soul for 5. Breath of the Wild was like a techno dem. I had 700 hours on it. Can't put Tears of the Kingdom down. It's Breath of the Wild on steroids.
Whew, 700 hours in Breath of the Wild. That's wild. Well,
Bilbo,
I mean, again, this is why this is why Nintendo gets so much respect from their audience and their fan base. Yes, they do a lot of dumb stuff. Yes, they do a lot of aggravating stuff. But when it comes to the games, like the fact that Breath of the Wild was considered one of the greatest games of all time and one of the greatest games, we've seen in recent memory, and they just came out with the sequel that is completely made the Breath of the Wild seem like you just said, a tech demo. That's how good Nintendo is at what they do. That's why people love them. That's why people connect with them. It's kind of crazy to think about this. This would be like Nolan bringing out The Dark Knight Rises and making The Dark Knight seem ridiculous and obsolete. That didn't happen, clearly, but that's what they've done. That's an incredible accomplishment, what they've done with Tears of the Kingdom. It really is.
Bilbo Teabaggins for 2. Okay, here you go, Jeremy. Trump 24.
I like it.
NG Topia. Topia. For $5. Saw Little Mermaid on Saturday. Oh, is this all right? This is Alan. What's up, man? I saw Little Mermaid on Saturday. It's as bad as you think. Little children were squirming at the 2-hour and 15-minute runtime. I believe it. That's Alan Ng from Film Threat, our guy right there.
What up, Alan?
At first, I thought I was supposed to say it like NG, like with a hard G there. So I don't know. But thank you.
With our chat the way they are, how are we supposed to tell? How are we supposed to tell? Neanderthal 2020 for 50. Appreciate Geeks Gamers and all the hard work you put in. Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dropping the big 50. Appreciate you. Well, listen, we try. We're always excited every day. Honestly. I am excited every day to go live for Geeks Gamers Daily, and the chat is just always crazy in the best way possible. We've seen some wild streams on here just a few weeks ago. That crazy 1,250, almost 1,300 new members on one stream. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's just unbelievable. So anyway, thank you so much.
Disco Cobra for 20, still planning on watching Fast X. The director of Fast 5 said they started to embrace the ridiculousness back then. I was watching a commentary track last night. I think 9 was way over the top. Yeah, I liked, to me, I liked the tone that they started to set in Fast and Furious, because that was the first one after Tokyo Drift, right? That was the 4th one.
Yes. So you had the first one, then you had Too Fast, Too Furious, you had Tokyo Drift, and you had the Fast and the Furious, The Return, then you had Fast 5.
Yeah.
So on. So
that's I think that one starts off with Brian fucking in a suit and tie, copying and chasing people down. Yeah, I think, if I remember right.
There's 3 MCU fans in the chat right now, from what I understand.
Oh, so, are they all channel members and do they all super chat?
No, only this one. Only the main MCU fan, I think, is the I don't know. I'm trying to. No, wait. Hang on. This is it's the one right above him is the MCU fan.
He just doesn't have a picture though.
What's up, Epic Mike? I see Epic Mike in the chat.
Let's see. Where is this? Kirk the Jerk, member for a month. Is MCU fan such a huge supporter? He has 2 memberships. That's legit. 199. Hail. That's right. Thank you, MCU fan. Phil TMNT, member for 2 months. At this point, there's too many Fast and Furious movies. I feel like they mostly serve to help Vin Diesel stay relevant. It's certainly his thing.
It is.
CJ for 5. Ryan, I keep missing your stream since the time change. What's up with John Campy's obsession with you? He's still mad about Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't know. Nobody super chats me on my channel about this. But no, he constantly bringing me up, it seems. So I'm sure he's good, doing good though. Shout out to John Campia. Gary's Wizard Beer with the gift membership. Thank you. $20 from JRG Projects. Bigger box office bomb, Indy or Mermaid? My take, Indy's reviews are harsher than Mermaid's. Iger told them to go after Kennedy. The critics were trying so hard to save Mermaid. Indy was torched. Iger's finally done with KK. It's quite the conspiracy theory, considering Bob Iger was also at the fucking Cannes Film Festival with Kathleen Kennedy for Indy 5. No, I don't think that they don't want that to happen at all. They don't want it to fail.
With that said, which will be the bigger? I think Indy has the chance to lose more money.
Yes, 100%. Because it's a more expensive movie, and like if Indiana Jones hits $700 million and Little Mermaid hits $700 million, Little Mermaid will actually make a profit. Indy won't. So I think Indy.
Yeah. So I think Indy definitely has it, because again, I still think Little Mermaid is going to be profitable. I hope I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, me too. Bill Tackett for 5. Is it just me or does Fast X have overtones of queer agenda attacking Christian faith and family? Well, like, yeah, Jason Momoa's character is very fucking a little bit flamboyant and whatever. At least from when I was awake in it, from what I remember. And yes, there is a lot of family, and obviously Dom's cross plays like a huge part in this. Like he gives it to Brie Larson, to give to Michelle Rodriguez, to let her know that she's on their side, like all this shit. So yeah.
Neanderthal just gifted 10 gifted Geeks and Gamers memberships. Thank you, Neanderthal. Getting those gifted members, making that chat turn green. Nearly the whole chat is green on these streams. Nearly the whole chat is green. It's crazy. It is insane. Thank you guys so much.
It's pretty nuts. Disco Cobra for 20. Continue comment on my favorite Fast movie. For me, it'll always be the original. I remember watching it in theater as a kid and it always stuck with me. The end drag race cemented in my mind. Second, Too Fast. Third, Fast 5. I was not a big Too Fast guy.
I liked Too Fast.
Tyrese.
I liked it. Because I thought, I don't know. It worked. And honestly, I was fine with Vin Diesel not being in it. But I enjoyed Too Fast, Too Furious. Title, very cringy, but so are most of these movies. So
I hated Tokyo Drift too.
I know it's a meme,
but Bow Wow.
I know it's a meme, but it's true. There is an incredible amount of heart in these movies and family. Like the family, you feel it. Like it's like the reason I watched Supernatural and liked Supernatural was because of the dynamic, between Sam and Dean. You know what I mean? It was that chemistry with those guys is why I was so connected to it. And like these Fast and Furious movies, it's the chemistry, it's the bond. That's what made these movies so good. GJJ just gifted 10 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Welcome to the 199. Thank you, GJJ. Appreciate you.
GJJ. Sophie for 6. Sad Daveed Diggs is in this bad film. Loved him as Lafayette in Hamilton. Listened to Guns and Ships, and he's so good. Hail. Yes, I hate Sebastian the Crab in this movie. Ronnie for 199. Watch the trailer for Killer of the Flower Moon. No, we're good. We already watched it and reacted to it. Wasn't it you? Was it you that fucking told us to do that? It was the fucking chat's fault, by the way.
The chat makes this show.
Yeah, they
This
made
is
us
the
get
chat
they made us
show.
get ratioed on G&G Daily.
This is the chat's show. It belongs to you. And now we've been ratioed.
Jimbo for 5. Now, whenever Gary or Quartering show Brie Larson's feet pic, it needs to have Ryan Wood written by it. All right. MCU fan for 2. Stop spreading hate. MCU fan, hey, we know you appreciate us. You know you're a big supporter. You're a channel member, and now you're super chatting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, MCU fan. Thank you.
Mouse for 20. Did anyone see Little Mermaid commercial where the stupid Aquafina bird was underwater and talking? That was too much for me. Yeah, Scuttle goes underwater and talks and shit. Yeah, I did see it. And then MCU fan becomes a channel member. MCU fan, welcome to the 199 again. You got so many memberships, man.
Round of applause. Round of applause for MCU fan becoming a member once again here. Just a mega supporter of Geeks and Gamers. MCU fan loves Geeks and Gamers. Loves it so much. Multiple accounts as a member. What an amazing, amazing fan you are.
Fictitious Dave Savage for 2. Please talk about how Melissa McCarthy used drag face. I don't know. She's inspired by drag queens. I don't know what else to say. Arthur Brown, channel member. I'd give Fast X a 4 out of 10. The villain's goofy insanity kept ruining the tension. The cops and mercenaries were all retarded, and it was really stupid. Yeah. There you go. Thanks, Arthur. American Ninja. I can't give it a thing because I fell asleep. So, American Ninja for 5. Doom co-creator John Carmack is going to be speaking at BasedCon this September, and people are pissed. You should check out some of the articles. We do need to talk about that. We have enough time today because we got to keep it a little bit tight today. But thank you. Jack Hudson for 5. Hail G&G. Of course, Disney threw a random rap song in Little Mermaid because all us blacks love hip hop. It's just insulting. Thank you, Jack. Well, you love it even more when it's sang by an Asian woman with a really annoying voice, right? Let's see. Jens Anderson for 20 Swedish krones. With a real MCU fan, please stand up. Space Monkey for 199. Iger can't be this clueless. What does that mean?
Bashy says, Jeremy, I'm horny. Send MCU fan over, please. Bashy,
Brendan,
whatever works for you, bro. Shout out to Bashy Washy.
Brendan Bellman for 199. Is the OT or the PT better to y'all?
The OT's better, but I love.
I grew up with
PT.
the prequels. It's tough to not feel a lot more. I've watched them more than the original trilogy. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
So
the OT is objectively better. There's just no
100%.
doubt about that. But as I've said, Revenge of the Sith has moved up over the years, and it's now my favorite Star Wars movie. But Empire's the best. Like, Empire's the best Star Wars movie. Objectively, just is.
Sophie for 5. OMG, Jeremy, you like SP? Love watching the convention clips. They're so funny.
What's SP?
Fucking know.
Sophie, what's SP? What's this? What is it? What is it abbreviated for?
SP. Yeah. The Blue Futon for 5. Late to chat. My God, scuttlebutt is real. My butt puckered after listening. Scuttlebutt in slang usage means rumor. Ain't a rumor, it sucks butt. Scuttlebutt is basically like it's kind of like what's the talk? What's going on? Let me know.
Is that SP is supernatural? I guess that's what the SP means.
Supernatural. Oh, there you go. But yeah, scuttlebutt is actually, I believe it's originated as a naval term because water fountains were called scuttlebutts. So kind of like water cooler talk, people would like gather around to fucking get a drink or whatever and talk and gossip and rumors and shit like that. So
got you. Yeah, Sophie said yes. So yeah, so with Supernatural, what I loved about it, especially like the beginning of it, is it felt like a Monster of the Week, show. That's all it was. Have you ever watched it, Ryan?
Some of it.
Yeah, like
I was never into it. But
oh man, like
I've seen parts of it.
The early parts of it, man, it was like Monsters of the Week. It was great, and the show was overwhelming in terms of like you see how many seasons did it go? Like 15 or something like that. Like I have not finished Supernatural. I think I got like season 6 or 7 or something like that. I can't remember how many seasons it had. But the first couple of seasons were so good, and it really is carried by Sam and Dean. That they are so good. Their chemistry, They're everything about that works. So, but it's, how many seasons was it?
Fucking know, like 20 or something.
I don't know, man. I could not, but it's overwhelming. But yeah, the first couple of seasons are fantastic.
A feline named Vijay for 5. RK, what superpower did you get from your radiation exposure? What superpower would either of you actually like to have?
Or her cat
Give
was
me
named
invulnerability.
Vagina.
That'd be nice. I didn't get anything. I didn't get shit from my radiation exposure. I'm still
Why did you
fertile
play
as fuck.
through that? Why did you talk through that? It picked up your voice when I played that.
What?
Or her cat was named Vagina.
When you were
I didn't
talking.
even
Yeah.
even see it. Did you double click it or something?
No.
That's weird.
One more
Or
time.
her cat was named Vagina.
See, I didn't even hear it. I didn't even see it pop up on my screen.
Vagina.
Vagina. Chaos Hoy for 2. This isn't hate, it's truth. Fictitious Day Savage for 2. There's articles on Melissa appropriating drag. Hey, I'll have to take a look at those. Bashy Washy with 10 gift memberships. I don't know if he said that earlier.
Yeah, he said payment in advance for MCU fan Jeremy. So
Right.
look. This is the hey go right here. Look.
They need to change their profile pictures.
That is so good. Somebody screenshot that. Holy shit. It's so good. I love our chat. Our chat is the best chat on the fucking internet. It's not even close.
I will say we should, just because a couple of super chats been talking to like Bob Iger and stuff like that. We do just have to mention what a fucking miserable week it was for Disney. And I don't know where my freaking thing went. I had a whole window pulled up for it. I might actually close the tab.
Hopefully MCU fan shows up on Cobra Cast tonight. Of course, we do have Mario Kart tonight as well. And as soon as this is over, I'm heading I'll be back in Pensacola tonight. So I'll be streaming from Pensacola. And I'll be in Pensacola all week. So hopefully MCU fan will be there.
It has been a miserable week for Disney. On the very same day, they got a bunch of bad news. Not only have they lost 4,000 subscribers on Disney Plus in the past month, or in the past quarter, but also they're losing hundreds of millions of dollars. So they took a bunch of things off. They admitted a bunch of this shit doesn't actually make us any money. Things like Willow, embarrassing for Lucasfilm to have a failure like that. On that same day, the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel shut down for good. It's over. It's a complete failure for Kathleen Kennedy and Star Wars. And while all this is happening, Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy are there at the Cannes Film Festival, while Indiana Jones is getting roasted by the very same critics that they brought it there so that they could praise it. It was just sad, but really it's in line with everything we've seen lately from Disney. 2022, we know how terrible it was. We talked about the Disney Plus, how they're struggling streaming. They're struggling in the box office, struggling with streaming, and even in the parks. You've mentioned it, Jeremy. Universal's taking up a bigger market share than they ever have before. Certainly, they're still making a fuck ton of money, but there's no doubt that they are having problems keeping some of the people that used to go to Disney, keeping them there. Yep. And then that led to this big announcement. We know about Disney's fight with the state of Florida. Well, they made a big announcement. They want you to know that because big mean Ron DeSantis said some bad things, they're hurting Disney. They pulled their $1 billion investment, moving 2,000 jobs to Florida. Now, what Disney failed to mention is that this had been shit canned for a while. Bob Iger never wanted to do it. And in fact, that it probably wasn't going to happen until 2026. And none of the employees, shouldn't say none of them, but a lot of the employees from woke California didn't want to come here because probably they couldn't turn kids trans here in the state of Florida. But they tried to pass it off. It was some sort of own for Disney, but that got thrown back in their face when Florida and everybody responded. What are you talking about? You're losing money hand over fist. You're literally cutting jobs. You're cutting thousands of jobs, yet you're pretending like you're going to add all these thousands of jobs in Florida. Disney's continuing to try to put this front of success and everything's fine and no problems here when their stock continues to fall, when their investors continue to hold their feet to the fire at these meetings, because they keep coming to them with bad news, whether it's about Disney Star Wars, whether it's about Marvel, despite the success of Guardians, or whether it's about Disney Plus. Everything right now is struggling for Disney.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just, this is not complicated at all. All you have to do is be the family-friendly company that Walt Disney created. And if you do that, everything takes care of itself. That's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen for the foreseeable future because they have social justice intertwined in all of the company now. And as I've said many times, social justice is like a disease. If you don't get rid of it early on and let it spread throughout, it will eventually destroy. And social justice is making its way all through Disney, and it has for some time now. It's not a simple decision to just get rid of it, because you have hired literal activists in very high-ranking roles now. You can't just get rid of these people because they will sue. They will play the fake victim. They will call you sexist. They will put a lawsuit. They will do all these things. You can't just get rid of social justice once you embrace it to the level that Disney has embraced it. You just can't do it. So they are in a really bad spot right now, and I don't know how or if they can even get out of it within the next decade. And you're starting to see the signs of that across the board. That's why you have something like the Mario movie that opens up and does all this wonderful things. And Bob Iger literally opens his call praising the Mario movie. Well, did the Mario movie save lives? Did it show a new diverse cast? Was it a modern take on the character? Or was it just a movie that honored the source material, and the fans that have grown up with that property loved it? So you open up your call talking about that. I thought it was about social justice, Bob. I thought these were the important factors. Now you're just praising something that's just a family-friendly movie? Doesn't seem to line up with the ideas that Disney's been pushing and the narrative they've been pushing.
I can't stop laughing.
Why?
So there is a new MCU fan.
It's I can't.
They're just going back and fat. And now we have an MCU fan stan in the chat. So it's gotten next level. It's gotten next level.
Our chat is the MVP. Our chat is the MVP. God, I can't wait to see how the chat's going to be for Cobra Cast.
Populous Monster for 5. Unsurprising that Ryan fell asleep in Fast 10. It's natural for a man to feel sleepy after masterfully debating his feelings on Brie. That's right.
Neanderthal dropped 10 more gifted memberships, ladies and gentlemen. 42 on the day so far. Wow.
Nice. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Peace for 110. I don't know what that is. Yen, maybe. Initial D is a better movie than any Fast and Furious movies. Hail 199 or Hail 911. I mean 199.
199.
Thank you, Peace. Michael King for 5. Sebastian as a ghost crab was dumb. Ghost crabs drown after long periods in the water. They can only go in the water to wet their gills and feed. That's Disney. Valkyria Winter, member for 2 months. Can't sleep, so listening to you two. And hey, MCU fan, you're a member. LOL. Alex McCarthy for 2. Supernatural is SPN. There you go.
Shout out to Alex. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hope you're doing well.
Iram Amin. Vagina in China. Thank you. Space Monkey for 199. I meant Bob Iger sabotaging Disney on purpose. Why would he have I don't know.
Well, I mean, I will say, I don't think he's making any active decisions to sabotage it, but his decisions are sabotaging it. Like his social justice comment, you know what I mean? And comparing it to what did he compare it to? Civil rights and all of that. You know what I mean? The civil rights era. Isn't that what he compared it to? When he was that is a self-sabotage. I just don't think it's
not intentional.
It's not like he's intentionally doing it. It's just that they're getting money from other places. So but at the end of the day, hey, they can continue to do what they do, and we will continue to roast them and call them out. And that's what we do.
Let's see. Chaos Hoy for 2. No sympathy for Disney. LBD to let Disney burn. Thank you, Chaos Hoy. Pavlo John for 5. Did you guys see how the state of Florida finally gets some justice to the Reedy Creek Fire Department? Disney's so full of crap these days. I must have missed that
I
specific
didn't see
story.
that specific one.
Infinity Flare for 5. Daddy, daughter, can we go see Little Mermaid? Me, no, we have Little Mermaids at home. Dave Filoni's dog for 2. Dave, let your dog die. Kill me if you have to.
Have you seen that account yet? Is that
Yes.
the first time you said? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it. Delcar's Dungeon for 2. One of my best days. Disney paid me to quit in 1997. Hey, that must have felt good. I mean, bad, but good. Angel Fur for 199. Anybody at G&G looking forward to Final Fantasy 16? I'm sure some people on the team will play it.
Yeah, I'm not a big Final Fantasy player, but I know that's a huge fan base. So, but I know there's gonna be a lot of hype for it as well. So, going to need some vodka with all these MCU fans.
Pilgrim Media for 2. Will you guys see the Melonhead? I mean, Mermaid. The fans voiced their answer for Jeremy.
62% said no.
MCU fans any penis for 2. 2 MCU fans. Whose wang am I? The crying one, obviously. Thank you. Valientes for 10. Lucasfilm on fire. The sequels are hated. Mando 3 sucked. Galaxy's Edge is stagnant. Their show sucked. Willow gone. Indy 5 not looking good. Star Cruiser is dead. Lucasfilm will be worth nothing. It's bad right now, man.
It really is.
Kathleen Kennedy's legacy is failure.
And again, all of these weirdos saying we were making all this stuff up. No, this was all happening right before our very eyes. And now it's playing out. And it's undeniable now. It is undeniable what has been going on with Disney. They are doing this. They are doing this because they have social justice all through their company. And we've been calling it out for a while. And a lot of these people put their heads in the sand. The reality is now obvious. You can't deny it.
Let's see. Alex McCarthy for 2. Neck surgery Thursday. Getting C3 through C6 fused. Wow, dude. Good luck, buddy. We'll be thinking about you. It's no joke. Brendan Bellman for 199. Who's worse, John Campy or Matt Jarbo? I don't watch either of them. So I don't know. Stay classy. Member for 2 months. Giggity. MCU fan is the GOAT. By the way, Supernatural is my favorite show. Sam and Dean, best duo. Love it. Great ending.
They're
It's
great.
16 seasons.
16 seasons. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
That is wild.
Greg Koenig for 5. What's up, guys? Jeremy, I finally finished my 80s Joe collection. Every figure complete from 82 to 88. Still need some vehicles. Hope all is well.
You have every figure from 82 to 88. Holy shit. That's the true real American hero run too. Wow. That's impressive. That's a very impressive. If from 82 to 88, everybody, and 88 was the real, like the last real great year. That was like when Storm Shadow version 2 came out. Blizzard, which Blizzard was awesome. I think Shockwave was, what was Shockwave? Was Shockwave 88 or 89? I can't remember. But anyway, that is crazy. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
Mr. Zeeb for 5. If I could give my money to the MCU fan instead of these bigots, I would. OG MCU fan supremacy. Love you, MCU fan. Kiss face. There you go. You got some support, MCU fan, but the money goes to us. Intimidator for 5. Hey guys, got inspired by watching a friend playing Fortnite for this one. What can you call Darth Vader when he's in your house?
I don't know.
An invader.
Okay.
Thank you for your super chat. And we're all caught up. Shout out to our peeps over on Rumble. I see people in Rumble saying there's no MCU fan over here. Just wait.
Just wait. Give it time. And Rumble is doing a really good job with their chat and their app and everything like that. So it is becoming very reminiscent of like what YouTube is. Hopefully StreamYards will get that integrated at some point. That will be really good. And StreamYards has done a really good job. They've upgraded their software more over and over again. So they're doing a good job on that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the future for StreamYards will be. Tonight, Mario Kart here on the main channel, and then Cobra Cast over on my D-Day Cobra channel. Should be a fun day. But thank you guys for another amazing Geeks and Gamers daily. You guys make this show awesome. This is where the 199 was born. And it was all because of you, the chat. And now look at the chat. It's just it's crazy. Our chat is insane. And it's all green, almost all green. All the new members. We have
Even MCU fan.
42 new members today. We're over 1,000 likes. We hit 2,500 viewers today, breaking records because that's what we do. Ryan, we got one more super chat from your favorite account.
Oh, is it Dave Filoni's dog for 5? Dave dresses me like Bo-Katan, and he like Mando, so he can give me the not so dark saber. I don't want to live.
DC goats here. Stip, everybody. Stip supporting hate. Please, Stip. Please, Stip, everybody. All right. Oh my God. All right. So we're going to call it there. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for all of the support. We'll see you tonight for Mario Kart. The chat. We'll see you for Mario Kart tonight here on the main channel. We love you. We appreciate you. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone. 199 out.